Alright, I just wanted to quickly create a second video for all of you. I've completed implementing all of my views, and I just wanted to walk through them. First of all, let's run this application. I'll show you what happens. So in my main class, I don't know why it opened there. Here we go. Okay, in my main class, I'm not calling welcome, so I probably should call the welcome view, and let's comment that back in. Actually, you know what? There's errors, so I'm just going to comment it out and we'll just live with it. And you shouldn't, though. You should have the welcome view. So there should be the welcome view. And then I'm going to call main view display. And this is my standard main view, right? Let's go look at that main view. The display method is written in that abstract class. But it's going to do the same method as any other view, or the same functionality as any other view. It's going to take this text, display it, collect the input, and then call do action as long as do action keeps returning true. And so you'll see do action will return true as long as it's not exit. So I can show you in if I select load a save game, it's not implemented yet. That's totally fine, but it returned true, which caused the display to run again right over here in this view class. I returned true, so continue was true, and so it ran this loop again. So back in my main menu, I can go to the help menu, and it'll say things like about this game, goal of this game, how battling zombies works, help menu. I can choose one of those. It's going to say this game was created by Bertha G, and it should be kind of fun. There's a goal. There's how battles work. I should probably format this better so that there's a little bit more blank space, more new lines between the text and the next menu, but I can come back to that. I'm not worried about that right now. If I want to exit the help menu, I'm going to press E, and that's going to return me out of the help menu because you can see when I pick the E case in the help menu .java, I return false, so that's going to break the loop. And help menu is in the exact same loop as main menu, right? So if I press E in the main menu, that's going to exit the game. So if I run it again, this time I'll pick begin a new game. And maybe there'll be a lot of dialogue in this main menu view. But you can see when I start a new game, I'll actually need to create the game, call all the initialize methods, create the game board, create all the things that my game needs. But I'm not going to do that now. I really don't care. But right now, let's just display the turn view. So on any given turn, you can call this the main game view, turn view, whatever it is. I'm going to give my player these options. Right? They can move north, east, south, or west, look for items, save the game, or quit to the main menu. Of course, none of these are implemented yet because I'm not using my controllers. But you can see how controllers would come in handy here, right? In my turn view, in my move north method that I call when I type N, instead of outputting not implemented yet, I would create my movement controller, and I would call that move north method on the movement controller. That's all I'll have to do. That's not implemented yet, but that's where we're going. So there's all these menu options, which will be controller methods, or most of them will be. Q will take me back to the main menu. And again, the reason that works is because look at my case Q, I return false. Anytime I want to go back a level, I need to return false. And then that's the same with my battle view. I don't have an option to leave the battle because I don't want them to be able to. So the only time I'll return false is after I attack or attack with item. I actually need to make these Boolean, and if the zombie is defeated, I want to return false, saying, hey, you succeeded. So instead of outputting the battle view menu again, jump back to the turn view. Because what's going to happen is the player is going to move north, and then based on whether there's a zombie at that location, it'll call this battle view, and this whole thing will happen, and you'll be stuck in the battle until you beat the zombie or lose the game. And so I want to return false after I beat the zombie or lose the game. Otherwise, I'm going to return true. And I don't have that logic yet. That's totally fine. But I need to make sure I return the result of attack here and attack with item. And since they're returns, I don't really need the break because the return works as a break. It says, okay, instead of continuing on with this switch case, just end. I don't want to do anything with this method anymore. I'm returning this result. So that's how this game works. I will post the link to this to my GitHub repository so you can see all of these, and if you need any reference material, they'll be there. I hope you learned something from this video and the last video, and again, I hope you have a good week.